hey, not in the budget to spend hundreds of dollars, probably close to thousands of dollars on a setup for winter, heated gear, just staying warm out there. I've got the solution for you. We're going to talk about all the things I use for winter riding, and I ride in the 30s. New Year's I rode it was in the 20s, and I was perfectly fine, nice and warm. And ever since I started working in an office, the temperatures kind of get to me after a while. So what the 30s used to be when I worked outside, I could work in blue jeans and t-shirt. Not anymore. So the weather affects me a little different. But hey, we're going to talk about all the things I use for winter to stay warm when I'm riding, whether it's in the 20s or it's in the 60s, whatever that looks like. So hang in there. We're going to jump into it right now. All right. Here's everything I use, okay? No, we're talking about going from the 20s, maybe, and if it's below the 20s, I'm probably not riding, but if it's in the 20s and I've got a specific place to go, I've got gear I like to wear, and I'm on a kind of a budget, man. I don't have any kind of sponsorship. I don't have anybody that's handing me gear to wear. Love to wear some heated gear, but it's not in the budget right now. So I'm going to help you guys walk through some things you can use that are on the cheaper side and probably get you a good 3-hour ride when it's in the 20s up to, say, the 60s, if you wear gear in the 60s. So let's get at it. I've got a few things back here we're going to look at. First thing, it does not have to be this brand, but I choose to wear Hot Chili's because I had it when my wife and I went skiing. So it's in my drawer. I've got a couple different kinds of base layer pants. So these go down to your calf. Again, it doesn't have to be this brand. It can be any brand as long as you have a base layer that's tight to your skin to keep that heat in. You don't want anything baggy or loose, but these things have come in handy. I went skiing once in my life, and I've worn these probably a dozen times or better on the motorcycle. So base layer pants, got to have those, okay? Now, here's the other thing. This is same thing. It's Hot Chili's. Does not have to be this brand, but it is a quarter zip base layer. Again, if you wear an extra large shirt, get a large. It's supposed to be tight. It's okay. So what I do is I throw this on, then I throw a t-shirt over top of it or long sleeve shirt, depending on what the temperature is. If it's in the 20s or 30s, I'm probably going to go ahead and throw on a long sleeve shirt over that. So that's my base layer, right? This right here, I wore this on New Year's Day. So I had this on, these on, and then this long sleeve Harley shirt. It's kind of like a thin sweatshirt. So I throw that on over top of it. Then, if it's in the 20s, I'm probably going for my leather jacket. So this is Harley brand, but listen, my wife bought it for me when I bought this bike because we were going into the colder weather. I mean, heavy. That's a heavy jacket. It had a liner in it. If it's going to be that cold, I'll put the liner back in. But again, it doesn't have to be Harley Davidson. Anything that's thick and heavy, I think you're going to be okay. This jacket weighs a lot. I need to weigh this thing, but I bet you this feels like it's a 20-pound jacket. But I love it. And listen, to be honest, that jacket's going to last me for years. I'll probably never have to buy another leather jacket. So now that's when it's in the 20s, that's what I'm reaching for. When we're getting up into the 40s, maybe the 40s, 40-degree range, I bought this jacket by mistake. Screaming Eagle. I went to the Harley shop, and it was, I don't know, almost $200, I think, $250. Then I went to another Harley shop, and for whatever reason, it was on sale for $150. So I don't know what happened, but I bought it. So now I thought it was a winter jacket until I rode with it and realized that this is mesh, and it kind of, you can't see it, right? You can't see through it, but the air does move through it a little bit. But the cool thing is I took the liner out of my leather jacket and I put it in here, and that's a thermal layer. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, it comes with the Harley jacket, and let me tell you, this thing has kept me warm in the 30s and 40s. As long as I've got my base layer, long sleeve shirt, and I put this on, in the 40s all day long. I can ride all day in this and not get cold. I don't have any heated shirt on or anything like that. So that was a huge help. Next thing, let me tell you, that's a bald head right there. You get out to anywhere, you're riding, hanging out. We went to the Bridge to Nowhere on New Year's. I always carry a beanie. I even carry a beanie in the summertime because who knows where you end up. It gets a little chillier. It's been raining. It's a little cool out. You can throw that on, and it's not it's a little thin beanie. I've had this thing for probably, I don't know, heck, for years. But I pick these up, and what I also do, if you don't own a beanie, this is Harley Davidson again. I think it might have even been a Christmas gift back then. A lot of suppliers, like whether it's a motorcycle supplier or if you work in construction or you have means to a vendor of some sort, usually they get the beanies in the wintertime and they hand them out. So if you're at Home Depot or you're at a vendor or something for, like I said, plumbing supplies, HVAC supplies, mechanic stuff, anything like that, ask them if they have a beanie, and they'll probably give you one, more than likely. All right, let's move on. Another inexpensive gift, and this was 2 years ago. My wife bought me these on Amazon, and I'll put some of the links below. Some of this stuff has been around a while, so I don't know if I can find the links, but if I can, I'll drop them below and in the description, and you can kind of click on them and see. These are, and again, I don't think you have to have specific brands. Amazon heated socks, rechargeable battery. These connect to my cell phone. I could probably do without that because I really don't care to use the app, but I have to with these. I'd rather just reach down and hit a button and turn them on and turn them off, but it's okay. Anyway, they work through that. So you get a battery. They come with a little charging kit with a Y cable, so you can charge both batteries at the same time. Don't do what I did. Charge the damn things the night before. So drop the batteries in there. You plug them in right here, and then this slips right inside here. And boom. I'm thinking these were about 20 bucks. Lifesaver. I got personal. I put them on medium heat with a pair of boots, non-lace boots, so they're usually my zip up on the side, Harley boots, so they're completely closed off. There's no insulation in the boot, so you got two options. You can wear a thin pair of socks with these, and that helps, or you don't have to. I've wore these just the socks alone, and they keep my feet perfectly warm. What you want to remember to do is hop on your app, or if you've got the pair that have the button on them, turn them off when you get to where you're going, and your feet will stay warm, and then that way you've got enough battery to get home. That day I left them on. I probably rode 4 hours total, 4 hours that day, and it was in the 20s when I went. It was in the 30, it was 35, almost 40 on the way home, so I turned them off on the way home. But again, I believe I got roughly 3 to 4 hours out of these socks, which means a lot. I want to have a little more time. So cheap, 20 bucks, I think. I'll look them up. If they're more than that, it's been a while. Again, I'll drop them in the comments below in the description. While we're on battery stuff, let's talk about my gloves. These are cold weather gloves, man. I'm only wearing these when it's in the 20s, in the 30s. Anything above that, I've got another pair I'll show you in a second. And these, I don't even turn on my heated grips with these. Don't need to. So same concept as the socks. Got a little zipper here. You have a battery in here that's a rechargeable battery. Again, you plug them up the night before, charge it up. Little plug in here. That plugs in that little pigtail right there. And then you tuck it all in the glove. Goes in real easy. They made that pocket large enough that you don't have to like work to shove it in there. It goes in pretty dang easy. I'm probably gonna mess up the name of these. Nebron. I don't know. These I know I can look up on Amazon because I just got these not that long ago. So again, in the description below, I'll put a link to Amazon to pick these up. These have the button on them. Love that button. That's you got easy for me to say. You got high, medium, and low. In the 20s, I've got them on medium, and they're perfect. They heat up fast. They got a little rubber grip on here. They're really snowmobile gloves, so they're really bulky. So, like I said, when it's cold, it's got to be cold for me to wear these because they're bulky, and I don't like wearing gloves, and I definitely don't like wearing something that's this bulky. That's pretty bulky. But in the 20s, they're great, and these were not expensive either. Inexpensive. Wife bought them for me. They even come with a little carry case, and inside that carry case has all your charging stuff here. Yeah, even got a little. That's probably what keeps your hands so damn warm. For the price of them, 3M Thinsulate. Thinsulate's what you want. That's what the liner in my jacket. That's Thinsulate. So you got your chargers, you got some place to keep that. You got a place to store your batteries in there. I keep my batteries in the gloves. I just don't leave them plugged in. If you leave them plugged in, they tend to die. And so I unplug them, stick them back in there, and I'm good to go. So those are the gloves. Super cold day, right? 20 degrees. And listen, when I get all the stuff pulled together, I will put in the description again, and then I'll post it right here. The total price of all this stuff, and I think you'll see compared to buying your regular heated gear, it's probably a lot cheaper. Okay, a neck gaiter. I always carry a gaiter in my bike. I carry two. I carry one thin one, so if it's a hot day, I can soak it in some cold water or just water. Pour a bottle of water on it, put it around my neck, and while you're riding, that air's hitting that, and it's kind of cooling you off. Believe it or not, it does. And if we rode Gatlinburg and went up to Cades Cove, it was 97 degrees. I took that thin gaiter I have, and I poured water on it, put it around my neck, and kept riding, and it actually really cooled it because that air is hitting that wet gaiter, and it felt good. But this one, I think this was $7 on Amazon. Go on there. This one is fleece, so if I'm riding in the wintertime, I usually pull this one all the way. It's just around my neck. If it's that cold out, I'll pull it up a little higher. If I'll be wearing a full face helmet, I pull it up a little higher. If I'm wearing a half helmet, then I'll pull it up so it's covering my ears and everything, and really all I see is my eyes. So again, cheap buy on Amazon. We'll throw that on there. Okay. We get into the 40s. Now we're talking where those big bulky gloves aren't going to cut it. I'm done with them. So these are my Harley leather gloves. These are a whole lot less bulky, easier to grab your shifter and all that stuff. What I will tell you is when you get into the winter gloves, I would definitely try them on, because even if you wear an extra large or you wear a large, you want to be able to move your hands pretty freely. And these are pretty broken in. I've wore these for years. Not the cheapest, but you can go on Amazon again. You can go on Amazon, pick up a pair of gloves the same as these. I'll look up some leather gloves and drop them in there. You could probably pick a pair up for $12, maybe $20. Will they be 100% leather? Probably not. But hey, they'll keep your hands warm. You put these on, and I turn my heated grips on about halfway, and like I said, in the 40s, I'm good to go. So 40 degrees, I have got my heated grips, my just regular leather insulated gloves. Probably don't have a base layer on, just got a long sleeve shirt and that jacket right there with the liner in it, the Screaming Eagle jacket. I'm perfect. Oh, and by the way, I've got the Saddlemen heated seat. Man, something about keeping your ass warm and your legs, it does a great job with that. So I even feel that heat a little bit up in the upper back up here because this steps up. Yeah, I mean, that's in the 40s. So let's see, in the 50s, now I'm getting into in the 50-degree range. I'm probably not wearing those gloves. I've got another pair in here. Again, these are just cheap gloves off Amazon, nothing crazy. They got a little bit of insulation in them, nothing that's really thick, but the air don't flow through them too much, just a little bit. So if it's in the 50s, I probably got these on, heated grips again, and then I'll have my heated seat on low. And I really recommend, if you've got the funds, man, this is a Saddlemen. If you're buying Saddlemen, it takes a while to break it in, so don't buy it, sit on it, and bitch about it. This seat, and I did it, 500 miles, almost 1,000 miles, and I was bitching about my seat. Roughly around 1,200 miles, almost 2,000 miles. This seat has become super comfortable. If I'm riding probably about 200 miles in a day, maybe 300 miles. If I'm doing more than that, I've got a cushion I put on here. And I'll do a review on that sometime after I get to ride with it a little more. But Saddlemen's been a great seat for me. Again, I bought this. No, they didn't give me any seat to review on here, nothing like that. I wish they would. So if you're watching, Saddlemen, send me a seat. I'll do some reviews. But anyway, so in the 50s, that's kind of what I'm doing. Just a really a light glove. Wear that. Base layers, no base layers. Then anything going up into the 60s, I've got these Thrashing Supply gloves. I think, listen, dude, the only downside to these gloves is that they don't have, the fingers aren't touchscreen. So that's probably me. I should have bought the pair that does, but I didn't. So anyway, hey, that's a budget. Right here is the total price I paid for everything. Okay, compare that to your heated gear, whether it's 7-volt or 12-volt plug-in stuff. Compare the price. If you're on a budget, this will get you through the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. And then, hey, throw the money you saved, put it in the bank, save it up, and then if you want to go buy some heated gear, then there you go. Go spend $500 on some heated gear or something wrong, because it's going to run you around that. I think that's all I've got. That is all I've got. So hey, hopefully this helped you guys with some ideas for riding in the colder temps. And then I'll probably do another video because we're going to be transitioning into summer here soon. But yeah, that's what I ride with. It's cheap. It's a quick fix. And I've rode, again, I'm kind of sensitive to the cold, especially my feet and my hands. And hey, what part of your body do you have to keep the warmest? Some are fingers, some are feet, some are your torso, your head. But love to hear what those are and some ideas of what you guys wear when you're out there riding in that cold weather. If you're not a puss and you don't like to ride, it's cold, I can't ride. Get on your damn bike and go ride. Buy this stuff. Telling you, you're going to stay warmer. Yeah, that's all I've got. I'm going to quit babbling. Man, I hope y'all have a great day. If this video helped you in any way, subscribe, like, share my channel. Let's get the word out. We got some great riding coming. But hey, if you're going to get out there, bundled up and ride, be safe on 2.